Have you ever felt like the universe was trying to get your attention? Subtle nudges, strange coincidences, or moments that felt bigger than they seemed? What if I told you those weren't random? They were vibrational signs, signals from the universe, from your higher self, even from the energy of existence itself. And if you've been ignoring them, it's not too late to tune in. These signs are the key to unlocking your greatest spiritual gift, the one you were born with, the one that's waiting to transform your life. But here's the thing: the universe doesn't shout, it whispers. And if you don't learn to listen, you might miss the call entirely. So today we're diving deep into what these vibrational signs are, why you've been feeling them, and how to finally recognize them for what they are: the roadmap to your spiritual awakening. Let's start with something simple but profound. Have you ever had a moment where everything around you felt different? Maybe you couldn't explain it, but there was this sense that something was shifting, like the air was thicker, the colors were brighter, or the energy was just alive. These moments are not accidents, they're vibrational shifts. They happen when your energy aligns with something greater than yourself, a higher frequency, a deeper truth. But here's where most people go wrong: they dismiss these moments. They write them off as a coincidence or a trick of the brain, and in doing so, they miss the opportunity to step into their spiritual power. Let me ask you something: how often do you feel like you're stuck in a loop? Like life is just the same thing over and over again, no matter how hard you try to change it? That's what happens when we ignore vibrational signs. The universe keeps sending them, trying to guide us toward our spiritual gifts, but if we're too distracted, too skeptical, or too busy, we don't notice, and so we stay stuck. But the beautiful thing is, the universe never gives up on you. The signs will keep coming, stronger and louder, until you finally wake up.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
One of the most common vibrational signs is what I like to call energetic discomfort. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt uneasy, like something was off, even though everything looked normal? Or maybe you've been around certain people and felt drained, like their presence was pulling something out of you. That's not just intuition, it's vibration. Your energy field is constantly interacting with the energy around you, and when something doesn't match your frequency, you feel it. This discomfort isn't something to ignore, it's a sign. It's the universe saying, pay attention. There's something here you need to see, but here's the tricky part: are you willing to listen? Are you willing to trust that feeling, even when it doesn't make logical sense? Another vibrational sign is synchronicity. You've probably heard the phrase, everything happens for a reason, but have you ever truly experienced it? I'm talking about those moments when things line up so perfectly it's almost eerie. You think about someone, and they call you out of the blue. You're struggling with a decision, and a song on the radio gives you the exact answer you needed. These aren't coincidences, they're messages. The universe communicates through synchronicity, using the language of energy to guide you toward your spiritual path. But here's the question: how often do you brush these moments aside, thinking, that's weird, and moving on? What if, instead, you leaned in and asked, what is this trying to tell me? One of the most overlooked vibrational signs is emotional intensity. Have you ever been overwhelmed by an emotion that seemed to come out of nowhere? Maybe you felt a deep sadness, a sudden burst of joy, or even an unshakable sense of peace. These emotions are not random. They're your soul's way of speaking to you, of showing you where you're aligned and where you're not. But we live in a world that teaches us to suppress our emotions, to push them aside and keep going. If you've ever been told to stop being so sensitive, you know what I mean. But sensitivity is not a weakness, it's a gift. It's how you tune into the vibrations around you. So let me ask you, when was the last time you let yourself feel without judgment? When was the last time you allowed your emotions to guide you instead of fighting against them? Here's the truth: you've been surrounded by vibrational signs your entire life. They're in the discomfort you feel when something isn't right, the synchronicities that light up your path, the emotions that rise like waves to carry you forward. But if you've been ignoring them, it's not your fault. We're not taught how to recognize these signs, let alone how to use them. But now you know better. And once you know, you can't unknow. The question is, what are you going to do with this awareness? In the next part, we'll explore how to decode these vibrational signs and take the first steps toward unlocking your spiritual gift. Because here's the thing, these signs aren't just random occurrences. They're breadcrumbs, leading you to something extraordinary. Are you ready to follow them? Now that you're starting to understand the importance of vibrational signs, you might be asking yourself, how do I actually decode them? How do I move from noticing these signs to fully unlocking my spiritual gift? That's the question we're going to answer now. Because here's the truth: vibrational signs are not just random sparks of energy. They are messages, coded in the language of the universe. And like any language, you need to learn how to read it. Once you do, you'll see that these signs are not just guiding you, they are actively transforming you. They are pointing you toward the deeper truth of who you are and the untapped power within you. Let's start by going back to the feeling of energetic discomfort. This is one of the most misunderstood vibrational signs because, let's face it, discomfort isn't exactly pleasant. When you feel out of place, uneasy, or even emotionally triggered, your first instinct might be to push it away. But what if, instead of running from that discomfort, you leaned into it? What if you asked yourself, what is this feeling trying to show me? You see, discomfort isn't here to punish you, it's here to awaken you. It's the universe's way of saying, there's something you need to pay attention to. Something that's not aligned with your highest self. Maybe it's a relationship that's draining you, a job that's limiting you, or even a belief about yourself that no longer serves you. These energies clash with your vibration because they're not meant to stay in your life. The moment you stop ignoring this discomfort and start asking questions, you begin the decoding process. You start to see what's holding you back, and more importantly, what's trying to set you free. Now, let's talk about synchronicity. This is one of the most exciting vibrational signs because it feels magical, almost like the universe is winking at you. But it's not enough to notice synchronicities, you have to engage with them. Let's say you keep seeing the same number over and over again, like 1111 or 333. Or maybe you keep hearing the same phrase in conversations, books, or songs. These aren't just coincidences, they're patterns, and patterns are the universe's way of getting your attention. The question is, what are you going to do about it? When you notice a synchronicity, don't just shrug it off. Pause, reflect. Ask yourself, what was I thinking or feeling when I noticed this? What's happening in my life right now that this might be connected to? Synchronicities are clues, and if you follow them, they will lead you to deeper insights about your path. Another powerful way to decode vibrational signs is to tune into your emotions. Earlier, we talked about how emotional intensity can be a sign that your soul is trying to communicate with you. But decoding these emotions requires more than just feeling them, it requires understanding them. Let's say you're overwhelmed by sadness, but there's no obvious reason for it. Instead of pushing that sadness away, sit with it. Ask yourself, where is this coming from? Is this sadness mine? Or am I picking up on someone else's energy? You might discover that your sadness is actually pointing to an area of your life that needs healing or attention. Or you might realize that you're so energetically sensitive that you're absorbing emotions from the people around you. Either way, your emotions are not random, they're messages. And the more you listen to them, the more you'll understand what your vibration is trying to tell you. But here's where it gets even deeper. Vibrational signs aren't just about external events or internal feelings, they're also about the way you experience time and reality. Have you ever had a moment where time seemed to slow down, speed up, or even disappear altogether? Maybe you were so immersed in an activity that hours felt like minutes, or maybe you had a moment of clarity where everything seemed to stand still. These shifts in perception are vibrational signs too. They happen when your energy aligns with a higher frequency, pulling you out of the ordinary flow of time and into the present moment. And in that moment, you're closer to your spiritual gift than you've ever been. So let me ask you this: when was the last time you felt completely present, completely alive? What were you doing? Who were you with? These moments are not random, they're glimpses of what happens when you align with your highest vibration. Now, here's the most important part of decoding vibrational signs: trust. You have to trust that these signs are real, that they're not just random occurrences, and that they're leading you somewhere meaningful. This can be hard, especially if you've been taught to doubt your intuition or dismiss your experiences. But trust is the key that unlocks everything. When you trust the signs, you start to act on them. You follow the synchronicities. You explore the discomfort. You dive into your emotions. And when you do, something incredible happens. The signs become clearer. The universe starts to speak to you in a language you can understand. And before you know it, you're not just noticing vibrational signs, you're living in alignment with them. So here's my question for you: are you willing to trust the signs? Are you willing to stop second-guessing yourself and start believing that the universe is guiding you? Because the truth is, the more you trust, the more you'll unlock. And what you're unlocking isn't just a spiritual gift, it's the deeper truth of who you are. In the next part, we'll dive into the process of aligning with these vibrations and using them to activate your spiritual power. Because noticing the signs is just the beginning. The real magic happens when you start to embody them. Now that we've explored how to recognize and decode vibrational signs, it's time to take the next step: embodiment. You see, vibrational signs are not just meant to be noticed or understood, they're meant to be lived. They are invitations, not just to observe the energy around you, but to align yourself with it so deeply that you become a part of its flow. This alignment is the key to activating your spiritual power. It's the moment when you stop being a passive receiver of signs and step into your role as a co-creator of your reality. This is where your spiritual gift goes from being a potential within you to becoming a force that transforms your life and the lives of those around you. Let's start with a fundamental truth: everything in the universe is energy. You, me, the earth, the stars, everything vibrates at a frequency. And when your vibration aligns with the energy of a higher frequency, you unlock the door to your spiritual power. But here's the challenge: most of us are walking around out of sync. We're weighed down by low-frequency energies like fear, doubt, anger, or shame. These emotions are not bad, but they do act as barriers, keeping us disconnected from the higher vibrations that are trying to reach us. So the first step to aligning with vibrational signs is to raise your own vibration. And the most powerful way to do that is through presence. Presence is more than just being in the moment, it's about fully inhabiting your energy. Have you ever noticed that when you're truly present, everything feels clearer? Colors are brighter, sounds are sharper, and your intuition is stronger. That's because presence aligns you with the now, and the now is where all vibrational signs exist. The universe doesn't send you signs in the past or the future, it sends them in the present moment. So if you're constantly distracted by regrets about the past or worries about the future, you're going to miss them. Let me ask you this: how often do you actually feel fully present in your life? Not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. If the answer is not often, don't worry. Presence is a practice, and like any practice, it gets easier with time. One powerful way to cultivate presence is through your breath. Your breath is the bridge between your body and your energy, between the physical and the spiritual. When you take deep, intentional breaths, you're not just calming your mind, you're recalibrating your vibration. Try this right now. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, imagine releasing any energy that doesn't serve you. Do this a few times and notice how your body starts to feel lighter, your mind clearer. This is the power of aligning with your breath. It's a simple practice, but it's one of the most effective tools for tuning into the vibrational signs around you. Another way to align with vibrational signs is to consciously choose the energy you surround yourself with. Think about it: every person, place, and object carries a vibration. When you're around high vibration energy, like kind people, inspiring environments, or even uplifting music, you naturally start to match that frequency. But when you're surrounded by low vibration energy, it drags you down. So let me ask you, what kind of energy are you allowing into your life? Are you spending time with people who uplift you or people who drain you? Are you creating a space that feels peaceful and empowering, or one that feels chaotic and heavy? This isn't about judgment, it's about awareness. When you consciously choose high vibration energy, you create a foundation that makes it easier to align with the signs the universe is sending you. But here's where it gets even deeper. Aligning with vibrational signs isn't just about external energy, it's about internal energy too. Your thoughts, beliefs, and intentions all carry a vibration. If you're constantly thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "I don't deserve to be happy," those thoughts create a low-frequency energy field that blocks the signs and gifts trying to reach you. On the other hand, when you cultivate thoughts and beliefs that align with your highest self, like "I am worthy," "I am powerful," or "I am connected to the universe," you raise your vibration and open yourself to the flow of energy around you. So here's a challenge for you for the next 24 hours. Pay attention to the vibration of your thoughts. When you notice a low-frequency thought, don't judge it, just gently replace it with one that feels more aligned. This simple practice can create a profound shift in your energy. Now, let's talk about intuition, because this is where everything comes together. Your intuition is your direct line to the vibrational signs around you. It's the part of you that feels the truth before your mind can process it. But intuition doesn't shout, it whispers. And if your energy is cluttered with noise, you won't hear it. That's why alignment is so important. When your vibration is high and your energy is clear, your intuition becomes sharper, more reliable. It's like tuning a radio. You don't have to force it, you just have to find the right frequency. And once you do, the messages start to come through loud and clear. Here's the ultimate truth: aligning with vibrational signs isn't something you do once, it's a way of being. It's about living in a state of openness, trust, and flow. It's about recognizing that you are not separate from the energy around you, you are a part of it. And when you align with that energy, you step into your spiritual power in a way that feels effortless and natural. In the final part, we'll explore how to take this alignment and channel it into unlocking your unique spiritual gift, the one that's been waiting for you all along. Now, we've reached the most transformative part of this journey. You've learned to recognize vibrational signs, decode their meanings, and align your energy with the universe. But all of this leads to one ultimate question: what is your unique spiritual gift? And how do you unlock it? Because the truth is, every single one of us has a gift, a powerful, one-of-a-kind ability that we're meant to share with the world. Your gift isn't just something you do, it's a reflection of who you are at your core. It's the reason you're here, the energy you were born to embody, and the contribution that only you can make to the world. And the process of unlocking it begins the moment you stop ignoring the vibrational signs that have been calling you all along. First, let's break down what a spiritual gift really is. Your spiritual gift is not something external that you acquire, it's already within you. It's the part of your soul that feels most alive, the energy that lights you up and creates a ripple effect in the lives of others. Maybe your gift is healing, whether through your words, touch, or presence. Maybe it's creativity, the ability to channel unseen energy into art, music, or ideas. Or maybe it's intuition, a deep knowing that guides you and others toward truth. Whatever it is, your gift is uniquely yours, and it's connected to the vibration you carry. That's why recognizing and aligning with vibrational signs is so important. They're the key to uncovering what's been inside you all along. But here's where most people get stuck. They wait for their gift to reveal itself before they take action. They think, once I know what my gift is, then I'll start living my purpose, but the universe doesn't work that way. Your gift doesn't just show up one day, fully formed. It reveals itself through action, through exploration, through saying yes to the signs you're being given. So let me ask you, what are you waiting for? What would happen if, instead of waiting for clarity, you started following the energy that excites you, challenges you, and scares you just a little bit? Because that's how your gift begins to unfold. It's not about finding it, it's about becoming it. Here's a practical way to start unlocking your gift. Look back at the vibrational signs you've been receiving. What patterns do you notice? Maybe you've been drawn to certain people, ideas, or opportunities. Maybe you felt a pull toward a particular path, even if it doesn't make sense yet. These signs are not random, they're breadcrumbs leading you toward your gift. Pay attention to what feels expansive, what fills you with a sense of possibility. That's your intuition guiding you. And the more you follow it, the more your gift will reveal itself. But unlocking your gift isn't just about recognizing it, it's about using it. A spiritual gift isn't meant to sit dormant inside you, it's meant to be shared. When you start living in alignment with your gift, something extraordinary happens. You become a channel for higher energy, a vessel for the universe to work through. Your actions, no matter how small, start to have a ripple effect. You inspire others, heal others, awaken others, sometimes without even realizing it. And in doing so, you align not just with your own vibration, but with the greater vibration of the universe. You become part of something much bigger than yourself. But here's the deeper truth: unlocking your spiritual gift requires courage. It requires you to step out of your comfort zone and into the unknown. It requires you to face the fears and doubts that have been holding you back, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of not being enough. These fears are normal, but they're not the truth. The truth is that you are already enough, just as you are. Your gift doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be real. And the moment you choose to embrace it, even in its smallest, simplest form, you step into your power. So let me ask you one final question. What would your life look like if you stopped ignoring the signs, stopped doubting your worth, and fully embraced your spiritual gift? How would it feel to wake up every day knowing that you're living your purpose, that you're contributing something meaningful to the world? Because that's what's waiting for you on the other side of this journey. The signs have been there all along. The gift has been within you all along. The only thing left to do is say yes. The moment you make that choice, everything changes. You align with the energy of creation, the energy of possibility, the energy of your highest self. And in doing so, you don't just unlock your spiritual gift, you unlock the deeper truth of who you are. You become the sign, the vibration, the light that others are drawn to. And that, my friend, is the ultimate gift of all.